This is a comedy podcast and should not be used as a primary source of information. We apologize in advance for offending any tiny persons, the undead, the country of France, and all other minority groups. Information provided should not be considered extensive research. Use as directed. This podcast can burn eyes. Follow application directions exactly. Do not use while sleeping. Safety goggles recommended. Do not eat this podcast. Keep out of reach of children. Never use a lit match or open flame near this podcast. May cause drowsiness. Use care when operating heavy machinery. Avoid placing this podcast near crotch. Can cause urine to turn black. Once used rectally, this podcast should not be used orally. Loss of the ability to perform or enjoy sex and or painful erections that last for more than 4 hours are common while listening to this podcast. Other side effects include uncontrollable laughter, choking, fits of hysteria, diarrhea, anal hemorrhaging, constipation, bloating, sleepwalking, hallucinations, frequent alien abduction, excessive gambling, spontaneous combustion, blind spots, distorted vision, halos around lights, hair loss, unwanted hair growth, aggression, antisocial behavior, impulsivity, irritability, anger, anxiety, screaming, or self-harm.
But seriously, this show is not for anyone who is easily offended by strong language or graphic content. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Levels today.
Whoa, that was a weird noise.
That was my
motherfucking tacos. Are you recording right now?
I'm a little bit recording.
A little bit recording?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Ooh, just a little bit. Ooh, we're really recording right now?
Yeah.
For sure. Oops, let me turn my...
Is that you or me?
It was totally me. Oopsies.
Oh, how dare you.
We're a little off kilter for our inaugural episode in 2019. We have pre-celebrated at the office, in quotations,
aka
the Spanish
Trail. Shout out.
Shout out. And we had some delicious tacos by Dave Bain.
Super shout out to Dave Bain.
Awesome guy. Gotta love him.
Super duper.
Go see him on Wednesday nights from 7 to whenever for tacos. They are really delicious. I had both the beef and the chicken.
As did I.
I'm a glutton, and it was great. All of it. 100%. Mwah. Molto bene. That is Italian, not Mexican.
Yeah.
My bad.
Mucho bueno.
Muy bueno.
Sí.
I am also now experiencing some sinus issues, so I apologize in advance. Oopsie.
She's going to make some super awesome noises.
So presumably, by this time, we have done everything we have promised in the previous podcast, our ending of 2018. Did we? I hope so. I don't know.
Yeah, we did.
We really made a valiant effort. And you should support us for that.
Well,
what
mostly, we're still not on all the platforms that we want to be on yet.
But we have connections.
Yeah, we do. We're getting
connections. There. We will be there. We just got to accept those connections, reach out to them, the stuff, everything. And I'm definitely done with the YouTube videos that are delinquent. And
are you?
Yeah. No,
I'm
totally
oh no? Okay, good.
By the time this airs, I will be.
Oh, good.
That's my tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm almost up to date with the Instagram posts as well with the photos. I think I'm one behind, which I actually need to get photos from you for.
One behind is one ahead of me.
Yes.
And what else? Oh yeah, we for sure talked about the t-shirt. So look for those of you who took the opportunity to sign up for our Patreon.
And there were so many of you. Thanks,
so
guys.
Many. We're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Well, all three of you are going to get the opportunity to choose your t-shirt idea. But we're also going to have some extra additional t-shirts made for ourselves to be advertising our own stuff around town, but also giveaways in the future.
Yes, for sure.
Still talking about that surprise, though.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a good surprise, too. And then in addition to that, we will, I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm sorry, I derailed you.
No, you're good. Oh, there will be extra, Patreon content, one of which is those super duper surprises that we haven't unveiled yet.
Yes, and the bloopers. And I for sure will be doing those bloopers this week. I accidentally forgot the notepad that I wrote all the timestamps on at work.
Oh, no.
So I could not work on that this weekend. So my weekend, which is Tuesday, Wednesday.
Don't tell people that.
Oopsie. That is going to be posted for sure by the time you hear this. So you'll have bloopers at least, and then the additional, whatever content we put up. Our surprise. All right, cool. So we're back on track-ish.
Are we ever fully on track, though?
Never. So remember when we ended 2018 and we had like all these kinds of lofty goals and dreams and aspirations?
Yeah.
What other synonyms can I say? Well, it's 2019, mother truckers, and it is 2019. That is so weird to say.
And I wrote a check the other day and
Did you
put my rent check.
That's crazy.
I was like, whoa.
Did you accidentally put 2017?
2018?
Gotta go farther than that.
I almost put 1998.
Right? That is something I would totally do. 1998 rent. Actually, 1998. I hope I was not paying rent.
Yeah, I was 10.
Right. Let's see. I think I was like then 12, right?
You were 14.
14? Jesus, I'm so much older than you.
You're also really bad at math.
I'm so bad at the maths. And only my UK listeners will understand why I say maths. We don't do that here in America, I've noticed.
Do they that? Nah.
Yep, they that.
that.
They that do.
Have you watched Letterkenny yet?
No.
One of the characters adds S's to like everything.
They're Canadian.
It's just him.
Oh.
It's amazing though.
I love him already because I think I would do that. Just for a kick, for shits and giggles, right? Enough banter.
Oh, hey, you're listening to It's All Gone Terribly Wrong
With Jordyn Stock
and Rebecca Carlson.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom.
Hey, so let's do a Thackeray T. Lampshed pocket guide to eccentric.
Do you want to do that or Gross America?
No, we're going to do one of these.
What?
Actually, you know what? Instead of Eccentric Diseases by Thackeray T. Lampshed, surprise, surprise, someone reached out to me in private about a disease we might want to know about. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that one instead. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you the name. And I'm gonna tell you the name, and you tell me what
I think it is. Oh, this is fun.
Like.
I like this.
Yeah. All right. So if you have, we'll just make this a thing. If you have a disease that you think that we will never guess,
not you personally have to have the disease.
No,
Hopefully you don't.
I mean, or if you do, no judgment. But yeah. If you know of a disease or have contracted a disease yourself,
no STDs.
No STDs. Send us the symptoms. We'll guess the disease, or send us the disease and we'll guess the symptoms. Either way, it's a guessing game. All right, so this particular listener has submitted the disease/illness dry tortugas.
Oh God, that sounds disgusting.
It does sound disgusting.
Dry tortugas?
Yeah, what's your guess?
Tortugas, like plural?
Yeah.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Oh my God, I have the dry tortugas.
Oh, that helps so much.
Holy shit, my dry tortugas are acting up. This rain sure does get my dry tortugas.
Are you even using it in the proper context?
I'm trying. Oh, Jesus. It looks like you have... Is that dry skin? It looks like dry tortugas.
Ugh.
Remember that... That is definitely blooper reel. Remember that time we visited the dry tortugas?
You made me think of caves and like stalactites and stalagmites.
Right, take your time. We'll wait.
Okay, appreciate that.
We're gonna have that chicken music while you wait.
Honestly, the first dry belly button.
A dry belly button.
Oh no, but you
folks.
only have one.
It's so funny that you said dry belly button though, because this particular person also thought that babies came out of belly buttons at one point. So, the provided definition of dry tortugas is supposed drying or disintegration of the corpus callosum. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Which are the nerve fibers connected from the left brain to the right brain in the 1700s and early 1800s, the dry tortugas were blamed for an assortment of afflictions, which include left-handedness to irritable bowel syndrome to chronic masturbation. They are also named for the island chain near the Florida Keys.
What?
In the 1500s, Europeans discovered native tribes whose population had dwindled because of chronic masturbation. Dry tortugas, y'all. Learn it, live it, love it.
Bravo.
What you think about that?
It's pretty good.
Do you wish to have the dry tortugas?
Chronic masturbation?
Or visit the dry tortugas? Tortugueros?
I'd visit it. Are they still just jerking off everywhere? Because I don't want to visit it then.
To my knowledge, it's just a bunch of natives jerking off on the
Jerking
beach.
it?
On the beach. Jerk chicken.
They must have,
Choke
like...
the chicken. Jerk chicken. Oh my god. When you eat jerk chicken. This is totally false, Jordyn.
I'm sorry, what?
All of this was false. Guess who provided this?
Sean.
Nope.
Troy.
Yep. 100%.
Aw, thanks, Troy.
He did our best. He did our best on this. No, he did his best at providing a fake disease. We love him. We thank him. God bless America. I'm super drunk. This is going to be so fun.
Oh my god, I'm glad you're going first.
I'm totally editing this episode. You're welcome.
Are you sure?
Yep. Okay, so like the whole time we've been recording, I know exactly where to cut. Seriously.
Are you going to remember it though?
Yeah. And I'm going to start it tonight. No, I'm not going to start it
No,
tonight.
I wouldn't do that.
But I will.
As she picks her beverage up to continue drinking it.
We've moved on to Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, handcrafted ale.
That we have.
12 ounce.
But our heart's still with PBR.
Our hearts are with PBR in this time of need.
I think they are in a time of need.
Oh shit, why?
I think there's some issues that they might not be a thing.
What?
We'll cover it next week.
Oh,
Stay
damn.
tuned.
You heard it here. Snap, snap, snap. What is it? Yardbird hands? Whatever.
Yeah, Rebecca's just flailing her hand up in
It's
the
supposed
air.
to be snapping, but
Oh,
I can't
and
snap.
now it looks like she's jerking someone off. And this is the second episode where you've done that.
Dry tortugas. Chronic masturbation. I caught it. Oh my god, this is 2019 and this is how we started.
Yeah, this is good. This is really good.
There's the, you know what? Here's things. Somebody make something out of it.
You're the one that wanted to go to the office before we recorded.
The pieces are here. Somebody make something of it. That's also a Family Guy joke. All right, so I believe your situation, your story is
I thought you were talking about my
two-parter.
vagina.
Your situation, your vagina. Your vagina is a two-parter, so we're going to have to...
Well, I mean, there are 2 stimulation points, so kind of...
There are 2 halves to that.
2 halves to that sandwich.
I love that. I love it so much. 2 halves of that sandwich, folks. Aren't you glad you stuck with us? For episode 10, we had such lofty goals. I feel like this is like our first episode. Like, we got so nervous that we got really drunk and just did it. And now we're really drunk again. That was my fault, though. Totally
I'm not really drunk.
Oh, it's just me then.
Oh. I
It's
mean,
just me.
I'll get on your level. Oh, man, I left my bottle of sake in the car.
Go get
I
that.
don't want it yet.
Okay. We already cracked our thing because we're saving
that's
taps for a
right.
friend. So there's no...
I guess we could...
We'll do the fake one. We'll do the pre-recorded one.
Yes. I crack them beforehand if I'm saving them because I'm scared I'm going to forget and throw it away.
Same. That's why we're both tabless. Everywhere,
So many
somehow, something
kitties.
kitties everywhere.
Yeah.
Shit. That was garbage. Kitties, kitties, kitties. Can't
Meow,
you see
meow.
how you hypnotize me? Nope. I suck at rapping. That's not even a rap. Like,
No,
I suck at...
it was a haiku.
It was a haiku. Kitties in the trees. Kitties happy. Kitties me.
Ow.
Is that a haiku? Did I do something?
That's close enough. You did something.
I feel like that's gold and that's staying.
Mm-hmm.
Just want you to know.
Everyone's going to start listening to us specifically because of that.
For our haiku.
We're going viral.
With the haiku. If that's the thing, I will kill myself because if my write random haiku is what gets people to listen to us.
Have you seen the terrible shit that gets popular on YouTube? Have you seen the asshole around here that makes bank?
Who?
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
There's a guy, he's young too. He's like, I guess maybe early 20s, but he makes YouTube videos. I'm not sure what he does. I don't really want to promote him. But anyways, he lives here. He has a red Lamborghini, and he bought his girlfriend a pink Lamborghini.
I want a pink Lamborghini
From
Diablo Roadster.
Fucking just YouTube.
What? You don't know what he does?
I don't want to promote him.
No. Okay, don't promote him.
It's just like dumb shit, just like any other YouTube thing. Sorry, I'm like massaging my chest. I'm not trying to come on to you. It just hurts.
I'm not going to edit that. But if you tell me, I will edit who this person is and what they do, because I'm genuinely curious.
Oh, I don't remember his name. Like, I just know no, this is fine. He does just like, I think he does like sock puppet shows.
Shut the what?
Yes. Like, seriously,
Sock
I told you, it's like stupid shit.
And he makes...
But that's how all these motherfuckers, like, make bank.
You guys...
This is how fucking stupid...
YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And you don't want to focus on our YouTube?
Right?
We could be driving
do videos, though, while we're doing... Oh, you're right. Yes. Hi, buddy. Our podcat, one of our many podcats, is in here. He's all wet.
He has been outside. Dirty guy. Dirty boy. All right, so our New Year's resolution, I think, should be...
is to get Lamborghinis.
Yes.
Join our Patreon, please. It's all gone terribly wrong.
Via doing videos for you guys, posted on our Patreon so that you buy us Lamborghinis. I don't even really care about a Lamborghini. I just want you to shine up. Just shine up, please.
Well, I want a Bugatti, so...
A Bugatti?
I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Is that not a motorcycle?
Nope.
That's...
Bugatti's a car.
What's the motorcycle?
I should...
Ducati,
yeah.
Is it Ducati or Ducati?
Ducati.
Ducati. We're just going to cover all bases. We've been recording for 20 minutes.
I think it's Ducati.
Ducati.
I'm really bad at pronouncing stuff.
Me too.
We're probably going to edit like 5 or 10 minutes of this out anyways.
100% I am. 100%. That's like my first goal, is to like get all of this out.
Not all of it.
No.
Most of it's gold.
There's definitely some nuggets in there. Not gonna lie to you. Some nuggets of gold.
Word. Well, Rebecca.
Yes.
Tell me a story.
Fuck yes. I'm so glad you remembered that. All right. So I'm gonna tell you a story real good. All right. Have you heard of the Great Wall of China?
Yes.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh.
Have you heard of the Great Mall of China?
I don't know.
All right.
Well, nope, I have not.
That is fantastic because I'm about to tell you.
Ew.
All right. So this particular mall is the South China Mall. For more than a decade, it has remained 99% empty. They built this mall. It's been empty for a decade. 99%.
Wait, how big is it?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Empty. It's a ghost town. So it opened in 2005. The mall was intended to be a tribute to China's booming economy, located in the southern Chinese city of, let me see if I can say this right, Dongguan, the new South China Mall, as it was renamed in 2007 for a PR campaign because it didn't do so well in those 2 years.
So
they renamed it the new, in 2 years, new South China Mall. Okay, so this mall is twice the size of the Mall of America.
What?
Located here in the Americas.
No way.
For sure. Twice the size. Okay, no, for real. It really does get pretty crazy. So this is the largest shopping center in the world in terms of like leasable space. Mm-hmm. So every mall has leasable space. You go to Cordova Mall and Icing, Hot Topic, whatever, Cotton, whatever it is, Abercrombie. They
plug.
Plug. Not even plugging these people. I don't fucking know.
No, they're gross.
I'm just thinking random mall names. Cinnabon. They all rent their space. So this is the largest center for leasable spaces, and it's 5,000 square feet accommodating. Okay, so you're like 5,000 square feet, what does that mean? Okay, so 2,350 stores can fit in this place. Imagine a mall 2,350 stores wide.
That's fucking insane.
Large. It's insane. It's a metropolis.
Yeah.
It's not even a city, it's a metropolis at this point. So the design of this place has like a Las Vegas feel to it. You've got your little thing there. I need you to go ahead and pull up these pictures while I discuss, because you will be mind blown. So while you're doing that, so yes, it has the design of like a Las Vegas feel, Las Vegas Strip / a high-end hotel, you know, like say you were going out to the pool, blah, blah, blah. They have their whole situation there. Sip. So the entrance has a replica of the Arc de Triomphe. Let me say that in more French. Arc de Triomphe. Yeah, I tried.
That was good.
There are also canals, like as in the Venice canals, or yeah, I think it's Venice, the Italian canals that were intended for gondoliers to ferry people on their gondolas. They don't exist. So now there's these canals that don't get used.
Dude, this place sounds like phenomenal for skateboarding.
Oh my God, yes. Yes. There's definitely going to be like some sort of, who's that, Tony Hawk situation? Is that the thing? Is he a thing still?
I mean, he's a thing, but...
That's the thing, right? Let's just leave it at
we'll
that.
go with that.
Whoever the modern skateboard prodigy is,
Kevin
definitely...
Bacon.
Is it? Kevin Bacon.
Not Kevin Bacon.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Backle.
He's
just this hot foreign dude.
Kevin Backle?
He's a skateboarder. I want to say Swedish, Norwegian, one of those. I'm sorry, carry on.
Kevin Backle, you need to look up this place for the inspiration for the design of
New
your
skate video.
Yeah. So plazas, palm trees by the hundreds, and giant fountains everywhere. There's even a giant sphinx and a 1,800-foot indoor roller coaster that's manned by like bored people. No one's there to ride the ride. They just literally just stand there waiting for no one.
They probably smoke so much weed.
In China? I don't know.
I just met those people that do the roller coaster.
I hope they do, but...
I hope they do.
I hope they do. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. All right. So the owners / investors hope to bring in 100,000 visitors a day with shops, restaurants, and entertainment. Unfortunately, not many people visit the few stores that do exist. In 2011, things took a turn for the worst when occupancy dropped from 10% to less than 1%. So literally 1% of this building, this 5,000 square foot, 2,350 store building, only 1% is being used.
Wow.
Yeah. So in 2012, it was classified as a dead mall by the company Emporus.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but malls that are like dead malls are creepy as fuck to me.
Right?
Like
we have one.
We were talking about University Mall earlier,
Mall.
Me and Keelan, and yeah, dude, that shit was creepy as fuck. I'm glad they finally tore it down.
Right. So what they did was, instead of making like a indoor encapsulated mall, it's like an outdoor plaza kind of. Not even a plaza. It's just like.
Ours?
Yeah. What is it?
It's just like a strip
mall
thing now. It's just got like bigger stores and that's it.
Yeah.
They gutted the whole thing.
JCPenney's. No, it was Sears, right? Sears
is out of business.
Damn. There's no one left. So imagine that here in China, only like 100 of those. 250,000. I mean, 2,500. Nope. 2,350. But he just bit my foot. While I was trying to say all of those numbers, he bit my foot.
He was trying to help you out.
Ow, bitch. Love bites. All right. So yeah,
bites.
Imagine 2,350 of those empty large stores. So the few people that do visit the mall typically hang out at the American fast food restaurants near the entrance or at the IMAX cinema outside of the mall.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you remember Teletubbies?
I do.
They have a Teletubby entertainment center that mothers can bring their children to and just drop them off. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Right? Like, I liked Teletubbies, but I didn't trust them. There was an air of distrust.
Why did you like the Teletubbies?
What do you mean, why did I like them?
That was like after we were children.
I'm not denying that I was 13. I just thought it was hella interesting.
Dude,
at
that sun
6
was
o'clock in the morning when I was getting ready for school.
Were you smoking
yes,
weed
the
then?
little baby. No, I was not. I wish I had. The little baby that like, you know.
That's good. Can you do that again?
Apparently I can. So yeah, I really appreciated the Teletubbies. And I wish I had been dropped off by a Chinese mother to this Teletubby edutainment center. Not education center, not entertainment center, edutainment. Edutainment. Say that 3 times fast.
Edutainment. Nope. Can't do it.
Boom, boom, boom. Well, yes,
I got
that
cocky.
is the thing. You did get cocky. So the rest of the mall, unfortunately, resembles something closer to Miss Havisham's house. Yes, that is the character from the Charles Dickens novel, Great Expectations.
Oh.
Yeah. So I always picture like that scene where he's like walking into the like, it's like a dining room or whatever, and he sees a cake and it's like covered in spider webs, blah blah blah. That's what the rest of this place looks like. Just fucking dust, garbage, faded signs, peeling paint, sheet covered escalators. Just
I saw that in one of those pictures.
Yeah.
It's like the first picture that came up, actually.
Just don't use this escalator because it is non-functional.
Covered escalators. That is depressing as shit.
It is.
Wait, so
why is this?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm glad you asked.
You read my mind.
I literally wrote this in my notes.
Oh no.
So the struggling mall is really a perfect example of China's rapid urbanization and aggressive investment in real estate, often without proper research into the logistics of such projects.
Mm-hmm.
So they built in low income areas, not even thinking about the fact that like all of these stores are inaccessible to the general population around these buildings.
Right.
So the place that this is this particular mall has been established is called Dongguan. So it's not bad as far as like population, but I guess in Chinese economic terms, it's not as great. So like when I say
shit doesn't need that many stores.
When I say that population is 10 million inhabitants, okay, so 10 million sounds like a metropolis here. You know, like that's a pretty major city.
Mm-hmm.
But there, everybody works in like a factory of some sort, and they have very little pay for what they do, which means they have very little disposable income to be going to malls.
They're
and
just
taking
getting
rides
by.
Right. They don't have money to buy Nikes or do roller coasters, you know? Like, that's dumb.
Do roller coasters.
Do roller coasters to ride those roller coasters.
So gnarly, dude. Those gnarly coasters.
Gnarly coasters. All right, so there's a guy called Victor Teo, again, loose pronunciation, who's the assistant professor at the University of Hong Kong, and he spoke to CNN, and he said that this is not the only empty mall in China, unfortunately. It's just the most famous because it's the largest. And in fact, there are entire ghost towns, like literal towns, housing developments built. So they're like infrastructure projects, both residential and commercial, so this is quote, with no takers, meaning
they went ahead and built it all before people
bought them. So the Chinese government funded and promoted the growth of these not residential and non-residential infrastructures, hoping that people would buy them. So this is so China is the world's second largest economy, but it has nearly 4,600 malls. 4,600 malls, including a pentagonal mall, which is a replica of the U.S. Pentagon building, and that is outside of Shanghai. Remember old Shanghai?
How could I forget old Shanghai?
Okay, so this building is currently vacant. Can you imagine a building the size of the Pentagon just totally vacant, just sitting outside of Shanghai?
That is so creepy.
And then a mall twice the size of the Great American Mall, whatever it's called, the Great Mall of America. What's it called?
Great
something
Mall of America.
I did
sure.
it. Hold on.
Bless you. Goddamn.
Oh yeah, I wish I was snorting cocaine instead of sneezing. Or heroin, whatever she smoked. I mean, snorted. Whatever.
Wait, carry on.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope. I was singing a song.
Oh, it's Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
I said, goddamn. But she had smoked heroin. Snorted, not smoked.
Yes. Unintentionally. That was a good scene.
It was a great scene. Uma Thurman, love you. So so the Pentagon is empty. But, all right, so the economic explanation for why the Chinese government continues to promote this growth is very convoluted and complex, and you could read for hours about the economist's view on it, both international and Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end of it, it just makes me feel like it's some sort of like money washing like situation. Like it's a great way to hide or absorb money.
Totally makes sense.
I mean,
because there's no logical reason.
There's
like,
no reason to be building random villages
they know what they're
and
doing.
malls for no fucking buddy.
Right.
Nobody.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yeah.
It's like us going to, I don't know, the middle of Arizona and building a mall and like hoping people show up. No one's going to travel that way. No one's going to travel that far.
These places don't build entire neighborhood, like pre-build them. They build a few houses and then people come in and they're like, hey, look at this model. You want us to build one of these for you, not...
Right.
Skeet, skeet, skeet. Here's some houses.
Skeet, skeet, skeet. Pretty much. Yeah, no. Yeah. No, that's perfect. You know, that's exactly it. Totally does not seem legit to me. However, I am not an economist. Please do your own research. Yes, that's my disclaimer. Sorry, France and little people. All right. So as of right now, the new direction for the new South China Mall is to concentrate on restaurants and shops that target China's middle class versus the upper class elitists that they had originally planned. So they imagined it some like a mix between Las Vegas and Milan. Like we're gonna have Versace, Gucci,
do
blah,
that.
blah, blah.
Why wouldn't, like, it would have been what Hong Kong is, where like a bunch of wealthy people are, right?
Hong Kong
so that
would have been the natural.
Yeah.
Not south of China, where no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
So that would have been the natural place to do that. Hong Kong, even Shanghai, even that Pentagon one, that would have been a better place to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it doesn't matter because their economic growth is not in line with their population growth.
Mm-hmm.
So they keep. Yeah, they're booming, they're making good money, but they're building all these infrastructures for nobody because their population hasn't boomed along with it.
I wonder if there's conspiracy theories for that. Like,
I'm sure there is. That's a money laundering thing.
No, not even that. Like, they know they're gonna destroy the world, so they're like safe havens for when they do.
Dude, I never even thought about that. It very well could be.
It's more than meets the eye. They're like fucking nuclear, sustainable, fallout, all that shit.
These are massive constructions, so that's not too
even
far
the houses. That's where all like the political leaders live. That's why they each get their own house.
That's the thing. It's not just malls. They do living quarters, like entire like apartment complexes, and the people that they advertise to can't afford it. I wonder why. Because they're saving those, right?
Yep.
Dude, you're onto something. So, all right. So right now, that particular mall, to not lose money, is aiming for the middle class. But I'm sure. So here's the thing. Their fix is to throw more money at it.
Mm-hmm.
Never is that a good idea. I don't know why they think it is. That's kind of like Reaganomics. The whole trickle-down effect.
Yeah.
If you throw more money at the top, it eventually will end up at the bottom. Never happens. Bye-bye, buddy.
Bye, Podcat.
Bye-bye. So that never happens. China's going to try it. We'll see how that goes. Probably as well as it did for us in the 80s. Well, and that's the thing, because people say that like China is like several decades behind us because they're like kind of their learning curve is a little slower than ours because of all the communism. Because of all of the communism.
The condiments. There's so many fucking condiments there. Oh my god, but it's good though. You got fucking sriracha. You got like the chili.
Mustard, deli mustard. Golden's deli mustard. Mayo, Miracle Whip, the condiments.
Condiments for days. Okay.
But yes, the communism. Because of all of communism. Because of communism. I'm gonna say it right one day. Oh well, whatever, I give up. Well, given all of that, without giving like specifics, the investors, the PR people for the investors have like given like random reports of like, yeah, we're gonna be like at 20% capacity in the next year to, yeah, we're going to be at 80% growth by 2013.
Uh-huh.
It's 2018 and they are
It's 2019.
Oh, you're right. It is officially 2019 and they are still struggling. So they are really trying. They're really, really trying.
I like how, did you just check your computer to make sure it was
the time? It's 2019.
We rang it in together, so...
Just the disbelief. What?
I mean, really though, yeah, like we're supposed to be wearing Blade Runner shit this year, and I'm actually really sad that we're not.
Where the fuck are
we're
my flying
behind.
cars?
Yeah.
And my hoverboards.
And the fucking cyborgs.
Where are they?
Yeah.
My sex bots.
Yeah.
Actually, we do have those.
They're not as cool as the ones in the movie, though.
I don't know. I just saw a commercial, not a commercial, a article on Google News, and those sex bots are pretty accurate. But they have an Asian twist. They are very accurate, but they also have an Asian twist. Like, I mean, I am not gonna say the Asian people are not attractive. They are hella attractive. However, why? Why they gotta be Asian? Why can't they be of all colors and creeds?
Well, they're selling it to Americans. I don't know what the stigma is with that, but like dudes and Asian chicks for some reason is a thing.
I mean, they're beautiful.
I don't get
beautiful
that.
People, but there are beautiful people in all cultures. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Beautiful people in all cultures.
The beautiful people.
And we slipped into Marilyn Manson. Somehow. All right. So yeah, they tried to do the 80% growth by 2013. Didn't work out. But they're not going to give up. They're not going to give up.
Not.
Even though the factories in that town are leaving. So now the very minuscule population that they catered to are dwindling.
Maybe the wildlife will go. The
wildlife, the deer, they're leaving. Do they have deer in China? I'm pretty sure they do.
I was going to say cows.
The cows in China.
Wild cows? No.
The wild cows. They roam like our Mustangs. China, they got just like wild bovine.
Panda bears.
Wild panda bears. That is racist.
What?
I'm just kidding. They do have pandas, right?
Yes.
Well,
I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off. Go on.
No, it's fine. We're only at 42 minutes, but 15 of that is garbage. We assume. So, all right. So yeah, the factories in this particular town around this great mall of China, they're leaving, but not just for like abroad, like cheaper labor abroad, cheaper labor in other parts of China. That's really messed up. A Chinese government-funded project is now suffering because Chinese promoted businesses are leaving for other Chinese promoted areas. I don't know if they know what they're doing. I don't know a whole lot about economics, but it doesn't sound right.
They got a plan.
It all sounds like a money funneling system.
Yeah, no, they got something going on.
I mean, I've always heard that. Okay, so when I first started the financial industry, I remember China having like the most strict rules about American currency coming into their area. Like, it has to be spotless, wrinkleless, like it has to be pristine, and it's for the fraud factor. I don't know, but later on I figured out that they actually have their own, economic system. So like when we had our recession, because we know that word, right?
Listen to our previous episode
where we struggled. So, buddy,
sorry,
interrupting.
The podcast is interrupting the podcast.
Noisy. You're being so noisy.
He just wants to be a part of it.
You can be a part of it, just don't be noisy. So yeah, so China, when our economic system stumbled, we'll just say stumbled, every other country suffered from it somehow. Like eventually it trickles down, except for China, because they had insulated themselves with their own economy. They have their own stock market, their own stock exchange. I feel like this conspiracy theories abound. You can say what you want. That's what it seems like. And
they also just keep a bunch of cash in the walls of all these abandoned places.
You're right. They are banks / nuclear hideaways for the elite.
Yep.
You heard it here first. Yardbird.
Is that what it's called? Yardbird?
I don't know what
the
fuck
snappy
is
snap?
Yes.
She's doing the finger thing.
I'm trying. It's not working.
Douchebags do that.
No, Troy does that. Netting me that.
Troy's a douchebag.
No! No, he's not.
Love you, Troy. Mean it.
Love you, mean it. So they're not giving up. However, these people leaving the area, that's going to affect their overall economy, their bottom line. And in January 2018, so like literally a year ago, there's a Miss Xu, who is the head of the New South China Mall's marketing unit. She talked to CNN and said that they expected full capacity by the completion of refurbishments, which means like, plastering up that peeling paint and redesigning the posters.
Mm-hmm.
They also may add an IMAX theater. an additional IMAX theater. But understandably, it's doubtful that the course correction will save the Great Mall, as the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences reports that as many as 1/3 of the country's malls could close in the next 5 years due to increasing trends towards online shopping. They have.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Have you ever heard of Alibaba?
I know it kind of.
I think it's Alibaba. It's like the Chinese Amazon. It's like the Chinese Amazon. I bought stuff from there. It takes forever.
Chinese Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that kind of what Wish is too?
Is it?
Yeah.
No, but this Alibaba place.
Here, wait, I'll look it up.
If you look it up,
my computer is not doing what it wants. Here, I'll look it up.
So I think it's called Alibaba. If you look it up, it's literally one of their largest export companies, and it's taking. I think Vice did a article about it, or a
Alibaba China online shopping.
Yeah.
In January 2018, Alibaba became the second Asian company to break the U.S. 500 billion valuation market.
Mm-hmm. So it's based in China,
Mm-hmm.
and so people like us, so the Asian population is pretty similar to the American population as far as like demographics. There's a ton of millennials, and they all prefer online shopping. So all these malls that the Chinese government are funding, all these cities, they don't want it. They want to live in metropolitan areas. They want to shop online and not see anybody.
No wonder why why everyone's getting fucking fat. Like, people don't even want to walk around malls anymore.
Girl, I just downloaded that app.
I mean, China doesn't have to worry about that, but we do.
I don't know. I feel like China is on the track.
China's rate in China?
I feel like China is USA 1980. I feel like they're right there. They're just 2-3 decades behind us.
Yeah?
Yeah, for
It
sure.
says obesity in China is a major health concern, with overall rates of obesity below 5% in the country, but greater than 20% in some cities.
I feel like that's what we would have been at in the 1980s. Because that's when malls... Okay, so the
Yeah.
70s is when malls came about in our situation. And in the 80s, they boomed. Or maybe it was the 60s.
In 2008, we were at like 33%.
Yeah. Oh, we're still, per capita, the largest, like, retail per population country. Like, we're still definitely at the top of our consumer statistics.
Fatness.
Yeah, like, consumerism versus per capita, whatever the breakdown is, we're definitely still there.
Mm-hmm.
But China is literally following suit, and I don't know why. I don't know why. It's not like it worked out for us.
Yeah.
It's like, I can see the future, and it sucks. Let me just follow the exact same path. And so it sucks for us, too. I don't know what they're thinking, but that is the story of...
That's fucking crazy,
the
dude.
Great Mall of China.
The Great Mall of China.
I'm really trying not to sneeze right now.
Just do it. I was wondering why you're making that face.
Oh my god. All of
It sounds like you just did a line. Edit that out.
I wish I would prefer that
I'll
instead
edit
of
that
just
out,
my
too.
own. It's not. Now it's my turn to pee.
I had to pee again, too.
Hey, we love featuring local musicians. If you're a band or solo artist, please send us a MP3 file of your favorite original song. Tell us about yourselves and any upcoming show dates we can promote. Send your info to itsallgoneterriblywrong@gmail.com. No apostrophe. Boom.
Boom. Hey everyone, thanks for listening. We need your feedback, likes, subscribes, and comments. Tell us what you think by emailing us at itsallgoneterriblywrong@gmail.com, no apostrophe. Reach out to us on Facebook at Gone Wrong Podcast or on Instagram at It's All Gone Terribly Wrong. You can also find our episodes on iTunes by following our RSS feed guide found on Facebook or on our Libsyn website at itsallgoneterriblywrong.libsyn.com and by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Also, please, please, please sign up for our Patreon page and donate to our beard and weird obsessions.
Did you just say beard?
Is it beard? You want to say it again?
No, I thought you said beard and weird.
Do dicks and beards.
Beards and weirds.
Love you.
Ooh. Okay, done.
Do it to it.
A little anticlimactic. Mine was a gentle pop.
Yeah, I don't know. You were so apprehensive about opening yours, it made me apprehensive about opening mine. Yeah, you have pretty fingernails.
I have the fake ones. So I was like, can I? Is it gonna? Actually, it's so funny because when I asked her about like, are there anything? Are there any rules or is there anything I need to know about my nails? She's like, just don't slap anybody. And I was like,
What?
or what did she say? She said, pop somebody. And I was like, pop somebody? She was like, yeah, don't pop somebody. And I was like, can I scratch them? And they're like, she's like, yes, you can scratch them. Just don't pop them. I was like, really?
Oh, I want to know the backstory behind that.
I know, right? Like, why is that your first reaction to that, you know?
But like to punch someone?
Yeah, because what that will do...
Will it dig into your...
No,
it'll push
it'll
them
pop
up.
my actual nails off.
Blah.
Yeah. Which has happened to me before.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was
How bad did that hurt?
So bad. I screamed and screamed and screamed.
Did you really?
I screamed and screamed and screamed. But I was like... I feel like I was like 8.
Well, it wasn't because you had fake nails then.
No, but like somehow I feel like I was like playing with my cousin and my nail was ripped off.
Ugh.
Yeah. And my grandpa came in and was like, shut up. Stop yelling. And I was like, yes, sir.
Walk it off.
Walk it off.
In my days, we didn't have Advil and Tylenol.
We had morphine. No, what was it? Not morphine. It was a heroin or whatever. Opium. It was opium.
Or we just drank a Coke because there was still cocaine in it.
That's right. Cocaine. We had cocaine.
I do cocaine.
Hey, Jordyn.
Hey, Rebecca.
Will you tell me a story?
Surely.
We tried.
Yeah.
So hard.
We did.
We practiced that for hours.
Yes, hours and hours while we were at the bar. We took a
Well,
shot between
we
every
were
turn.
At the bar.
Okay, so the first thing I did want to touch on because one of our super fucking awesome coworkers actually asked me because I said I was going to follow up on it and I didn't right away because I'm a terrible person. We had talked about seniors in retirement homes and whatnot contracting like the rate of like them contracting STDs had gotten higher.
Yes,
And
I remember talking about this.
she used to, I think work at like a retirement home, or what is the other name for those?
No, it's
something living.
Oh, assisted living.
Assisted living, yeah. Okay, so this isn't specific to assisted living and whatnot, but it does say that over the rates of over the age of 65 have been rising between 2007 and the most recent, I mean, I imagine there's a more recent one, but the most recent one I could find was 2007 to 2011. Rates of chlamydia have increased 31%. Syphilis cases rose 52%.
Holy shit.
And sexual health campaigns and providers overlook the elderly, even though 53% of people between 65 and 75 years old and more than 25% of people between 75 and 85 are still sexually active. That was according to a survey in 2007, and I feel like it's definitely, all of that is even probably higher.
Those are national averages, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like our area would probably be like,
oh, all of Florida is just
higher. Like, we're the ones spiking the peak.
Yeah. And I looked this up too because I thought it was kind of interesting, but I have to burp, I think.
I might have to sneeze.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do it.
We're a mess.
God, I know.
2019, we're a mess
Already. Oof.
Wow.
Okay.
But at least we're not peaking on
I think we were
our
a
game.
second ago, though.
Eh.
Oh, also, I saw, this is totally off track. I saw a meme earlier, and I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was like, if you haven't pooped yet in 2019, you need to get your shit together because you need to get rid of everything from 2018. And this is TMI, but I pooped 3 times yesterday on the 1st. I feel like I'm starting 2019 off strong.
Fresh. Let's see. Let me think about my bowel movements. It's so funny. 'Cause, like, I was literally just having a conversation about my obsession with poo.
You might want to phrase it differently.
Nope.
My obsession with poo.
There's no other.
I go outside and collect poo from around the neighborhood, from various dogs, cats, and other animals. Rebecca has jars of different poo in her room. They're all labeled individually, dated which day she's found them. She named all of
What
them.
species I think it is.
Yeah.
False. That does not happen. However, my obsession with poo does. involve the fact that poo comes up in every conversation that I have. Even you and Dave at the bar were like talking about like, why do you always talk about poo?
Well, you do.
I don't.
Dude, you gotta stay regular to stay happy. It's okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if I don't poo once a day, don't talk to me. You do not want to talk to me. You don't want to talk to me.
So is that how I like base? Like, if you're not like super happy, then I'm like, oh, she hasn't pooped
She
yet.
has not shit
I'll
today.
sprinkle some laxatives
Give her
in
an
your
apple.
drink,
Something.
prunes, and then you'll
apple,
be good to
something.
go.
And then
Noted.
talk to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Talk to me in like 30 to 45 minutes.
All right. Good to know.
Again, this conversation has turned to poo, which is going to be thrilling for one particular listener.
I don't know. I'm sure you're not the only one that is an avid
Pooper?
poopovies?
Poopovies.
Poopatreneur?
I like that. Poopatreneur. Poopinator.
Oh, God. Okay. Well.
Speaking of poo, that paint on your arm looks like bird poo.
It does. I noticed that earlier. Yeah, so.
It literally looks like a bird shit on you and you just didn't care.
It does. It really does. And I mean, I also didn't give a shit when it
also
happened.
did not give a shit.
Didn't give a shit. Yeah,
Here
we
we are with the shits and the poos and the...
Since someone could see it, Keelan and I were painting his house today, and I was leaning against the door frame, Jesus Christ, and talking to his roommate, and then, like, immediately realized I was leaning into the paint and just, like, tried to play it off, like...
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I do this all the time.
Whatever.
It happens all the time. It's fine. It's totally fine.
I got this. It's whatever. But yeah, it does look like a bird shit on my arm, and I was just like, nah, fuck this.
100% bird shit.
Bird shit for days, all day, every day.
All day, every day.
So back on the original topic, really quick. So the STD thing, which I also thought was interesting with seniors, is that they kind of discussed like possibilities of why there was an increase in older adults. And one, men using erectile dysfunction drugs, plus postmenopausal woman without the fear of pregnancy equals a shit ton of unprotected sex.
Boom, boom, banging all the time.
Yeah. I mean, and in my opinion, also, like, if you're in assisted living or retirement home, or even not, like, you're not working anymore, you're retired, what the fuck else is there to do?
All you have to do is sex.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm on Viagra. I have a hysterectomy. Let's do
It's
it.
not even a hysterectomy, postmenopausal. Like,
you're right.
I don't have to worry about anything.
You don't have to have a major surgery.
No, you don't.
I am postmenopausal. I have Viagra. Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
Wow, wow.
I've been really trying, baby, for so long. Yes.
On that note,
On that note.
older people are using online dating and unfamiliar with their partners and their sexual history, which kind of goes to what we were just saying. They're just like, fuck it, whatevs.
Mm-hmm.
Many of today's baby boomers came to maturity during the sexual revolution of the 60s and 70s, and so they're reverting back to their previous risky sexual behavior.
I promote that.
Many seniors are already married when sex education gained prominence and missed safe sex talks, and are now, like, their spouses have passed away or they just got divorced, so they're like, fuck it. Like,
Let's do
literally,
it.
fuck
I literally
it.
had sex with one person for 50 years.
Yeah, let's get these
I'm
notches
gonna get my
up.
freak on.
Yes.
Get your freak on. Get your freak on.
freak on.
Get your freak on. There's a lot of musical interludes here.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay, so that's that. That isn't even my story, but okay. So, yep, that was just a pre-thing. I just wanted to touch base because I did say I was going to look that up and then didn't really cover it. Yeah, 2019 is about staying on top of shit. So, got it to do it.
Dude, I'm so happy I convinced you to have 6 Guinnesses before we started.
Oh, yes, 6. That's how many it was. No, I've done good tonight. I had 2 Guinness at the bar, and this is my 2nd Sierra Nevada. That's pretty good. I don't know what you got going on over there.
So many.
Lost count.
I had at least 3
Moscow
Kentucky
mules.
and then
And those are big ass cups too.
they are
with a heavy pour.
And Dave treats me right.
Thanks, Dave.
And yeah, 2 pale ales. That's fine. It's fine.
All right, let's jump into this. It is already going to be a 2-parter, and since this episode is already so fucking long, I might even stop it earlier, which is totally fine because it's 2 parts.
There's so
Anyways,
much that's gonna get cut.
yeah, there is. All right. Okay, so I am doing the New York City blackout of 1977.
How the fuck does that relate to genital warts with grandpa?
It doesn't. I told you already. That was a previous thing. I literally just said that.
I thought, but somehow I know.
Oh, there's no segue. No, there is no segue. I even said that. I said
I missed that part.
Our coworker asked me if I'd followed up on it, and I hadn't, and I wanted to stick to my word. So I was just following up on it, just touching base.
All right,
just,
cool.
Just keeping it
real.
Keeping it real.
Keeping
my word, keeping it Jordyn. Yep, confusing as fuck at all times.
I just fucking love. Okay, first of all, I love that I missed that you said that. I know that you said that. I remember the whole thing about the coworker and blah blah blah. I just didn't realize it was going to be so off topic. I thought it was going to have at least some kind of...
Oh, no. No segue between STDs and my topic.
Weird.
Again, I was just doing my due diligence.
Due diligence.
Now I feel weird talking about it.
It's just
Do you just want to talk about STDs the whole time? Because I totally can.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you STDs. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Sorry, I had to finish it.
No, it was good.
Not sing the rest of it. Okay.
All right.
Hey, we're still recording, so everything's good.
It is a weird segue. Okay, whatever. Well, I mean, who wants to fucking learn about STDs more than that?
Me. I don't know. I don't know.
I will do a special episode for you in the future.
I was really hoping, and now
whatever you're gonna say, cover weird diseases, so it wouldn't really be off kilter.
Whatever you're gonna say now is a disappointment.
Well,
just kidding. Just JK.
I'm sure STDs were around.
Hit me with your truth bomb.
Okay. The New York City blackout of 1977.
It's fucking weird.
Why is that weird?
No, it's not. It's not weird. It's not weird. It's weird that the segue, but also I'm very excited because didn't Son of Sam happen about this time?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. All right, let's go. Let's do it.
All right, the first part might not be that involved with him, but okay. So one of the reasons why it was like kind of a more notable blackout was it was very confined to New York City and its surrounding areas. So it wasn't just like splotchy. It was just really, really like closely packed. And then it also resulted in citywide looting, arson, and a shit ton of other like criminal activities, which you'd think would happen for most blackouts, but it was a
LA City riots.
Significant amount. And then there were some notable murderers afoot.
Wheelie.
All right, so some of the things going on during 1977, in addition to
cocaine and prostitution,
the city was facing a severe financial crisis.
Oh yeah.
It had ran out of money in mid-April of 1975 and stacked up a deficit of $750 million.
What the?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So,
enter Donald Trump's parents.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, all of that bullshit. Dude, God. Don't even get me started on that. They fucked so many people over. With their housing shit. Okay, anyways. Listen to Reveal if you want to learn more about that. With Al Ludson. He's fucking amazing. Anyways, New York Governor Hugh Carey advanced state funds to the city to allow it to pay its bills on the condition that the city would turn over management of its finances to the state of New York.
Right?
Like, that's pretty fucking bad.
You can't handle your shit. We're going to have to take over. Sorry.
Yeah. And he appointed an American investment banker. It doesn't really matter, but his name was Felix. I mean, it doesn't matter if you like history.
Nope.
Felix George Rohatyn.
Yep. That's the guy. That sounds right.
To head a Blue Ribbon Advisory Committee, basically to find a long-term solution. He had to fix the shit.
He had to fix that shit.
Yes. So by 1978, they finally eliminated their short-term debt. By 1985, they no longer needed support. But anyways, at the time, they were fucked because they were $750 million in the can.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And then, like you mentioned, David Berkowitz, a.k.a. Son of Sam, a.k.a. the .44 caliber killer, was running rampant in New York City.
The .44 caliber
That
killer.
was his other, because he killed people with a .44 caliber.
Real
like,
shitty
let's
nickname,
name
though.
people as, like, the most blatant and obvious thing.
Right?
The knife killer.
What's the most common bullet?
Right.
Let's just name him that. Mr. Saturday Night Special. Is that the song?
I don't know.
Got a barrel so bullet cold. So Leonard's gonna.
Yep. I covered my mouth towards you instead of away from you.
She combed it so that you would hear it extra loud.
So you could smell it.
Smell-o-vision. Brought to you by Willy Wonka's Smell-o-vision. Violet. You turn to violet, Violet. Let's see how much of this remains. Yeah, we're at 6 minutes and 56 seconds. We're good.
In addition to everything else. We've just begun.
So much of this is getting cut.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, and I'll go into depth later, but David Berkowitz was a serial killer that was randomly shooting, what was it? Women with long, dark, wavy hair.
So everybody went blonde that year.
Yes, that's what it was.
Farrah Fawcett, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. So yeah, don't have brown hair in 1977.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Blonde's not really my color.
I went blonde for a while. I kind of liked it, but...
I did a platinum and an ash blonde. Neither looked good on my super incredibly pale skin.
Well, yeah, I have pale skin too. I kind of like
Children
it
of
though.
Corn.
I think that's fantastic.
I think that's great.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I looked.
We should both dye our hair.
Oh my god, that's so creepy.
It'd be awesome.
Yes. I mean, it's just hair. It'll grow back.
Yeah. Or you can just dye it again.
Okay, so the thing about me dyeing my hair that blonde, it destroyed it.
It botched it. Yeah, it kind of killed mine too.
It was shit.
It's such a pain in the ass to keep up with too when it's blonde.
The roots look terrible.
Awful.
You look like a crack whore, no matter what.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, don't dye your hair blonde. So
if you're a deep brunette, platinum's not your thing.
Did you say a deeper nut?
A deep brunette.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck is a deeper nut? Is that some weird sexual term? Whoa.
If you're a deeper nut. Or a deep brunette. That's why Texas twang coming out. Twang. If you're a deep brunette. It's my GW. All right, keep going, because in the beginning of the
All right, so he ended up pleading guilty to eight separate shooting attacks, and ended up killing 6 people and shooting 7 others. At the time, he hadn't done all that yet, but that shit was going on, which is terrifying. I mean, if you're just like fucking walking around somewhere and you know that this guy's been like killing people specifically with your hair color in that area, well, for one, I wouldn't be walking around in that area in the first place.
Fuck yeah.
I'd be wearing a wig or
no.
like a furry costume or, you know, something.
I'm not even human.
Yeah. I'm a panda bear. Call back. There are panda bears in China.
Also, it's a furry reference from like way back.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you talked about furries.
Oh, what is wrong with me? Why do I do that?
What?
Talk about furries.
Oh, I don't know, man. That is some weird shit. Did you unplug your thingy?
Yeah, I knocked it out. Okay.
At least we are not... I mean, at least we are still recording.
For the moment. Don't jinx it. Okay. And then, in addition to New York City being in a severe financial crisis, the nation as a whole was suffering from protracted economic downturn, which is
70s,
also...
right?
Yeah, 77. So
picture the gas lines and all of that.
Yeah.
Or the lines of the gas, whatever. However you want to say it.
Gas lines of the gas.
Gas lines and lines of the gas.
Pooping and farting.
Pooping and farting.
Also known as stagflation, not pooping and farting, but protracted economic downturn. I got way too close to the mic.
I also have to sneeze. Maybe.
Do it.
Maybe.
It sucks when it's on the spot.
Egg me
Then
on.
it can't happen. I feel like when you egg someone... Oh, all right, that works. Damn, that was loud. I feel like when people egg me on, it just doesn't happen. I had this friend that used to, like, if I started sneezing, she would say cow to, like, distract you, and then, but it worked. Like,
Really?
it just wouldn't make me sneeze.
Why the fuck
But
didn't
it's
you
such
say
a
cow?
fucking pet peeve, dude. Like, I like sneezing, or I don't like sneezing, but if I have to sneeze, I want to sneeze. I don't want it to get interrupted.
No, interrupt me.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sick of sneezing.
No. I
tired
gotta
of
get it out. Like, Keelan will put his finger in my mouth if I start, like, trying to sneeze. I'm not okay with that. I want to get it out.
All right, I do that when,
Get those
when
demons.
my cat's yawn. I do stick my finger in,
That is...
in their mouth.
Same with yawns. I want to finish yawning. Ugh, you're the worst. No, it's not. They hate you for it.
I feel like they love it.
I bet you do.
Since they can't speak for themselves.
Like, yeah, you guys like this. This is your favorite thing in the world. You like it more than food.
Right.
Oh,
We're
fuck.
terrible people.
All right.
Segue into genital herpes.
Also known as stagflation.
Yes. I believe it.
I mean, when you have herpes, things inflate. However, this is different because they're not stagnant. I mean, your sex life might be stagnant, but anyways, trying to bring it back around here.
Trying to find that thread again. Whatever.
So, stagflation, god damn it.
Yep.
It's a situation, this isn't probably even going to make sense, in which the inflation rate is high, the economic growth rate slows, and so unemployment remains steadily high.
Yep.
So it causes a dilemma because actions designed to lower inflation might exacerbate unemployment and vice versa.
Yep.
So no money, no jobs.
Pretty much where we're at now.
People were pretty fucking unhappy. Yeah.
Kind of like now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so in addition to them being unemployed and fucking terrified of the 44 caliber killer,
now they gotta buy hair dye.
yeah, and they don't have money for it because they don't have fucking
cancer,
jobs.
Right? They can't afford the hair dye that causes them cancer.
Wait, where did the cancer come from?
I don't know. Just pepper that in for effect.
Okay, yeah, for sure. And they can't afford Coke.
Cocaine, cancer. 70s.
Killer.
Cocaine, cancer, 70s the killer.
Yeah, okay.
Son of Sam. That's like some sort of game show. Cancer, cocaine, economic depression. Son of Sam. That's it. You win. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh,
yep.
that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Nope. I think you should.
Wishy. It's like a Etch-a-Sketch.
Wait, what? Wishy. I dig that. Fucking Etch-a-Sketch that motherfucker. Instead of saying erase it or delete it, wishy. Or Etch-a-Sketch it. I like this. I dig this.
It's a keeper.
Okay. The other reason why, well, not why, but the other shit that was going on, which people do attribute to why it was so bad, which also seems to be the reason why we're losing our goddamn minds right now, is because it was July and it was super fucking hot outside.
Yes, and the blackout, no one had AC, nothing.
Nope.
Yep. I remember that now.
Which is also a reason why they contribute to so much crazy shit happening in Florida is because of the heat.
Yeah. I actually had a conversation with a guy in Chicago about that. We debated crime rates in different, and he was like, no, crime is way higher in the South because of the heat. And I was like, what?
I don't know about that.
But now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, fucking the heat makes people crazy.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it necessarily peaks the crime rate everywhere it's hot. Like one of the highest crime-ridden cities is Wilmington, Delaware.
Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, it's
cold
not hot up there. Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
How
so
do you
I don't know.
that?
We just kind of negated one of our points.
And they don't even allow guns in Chicago. Still, South
Really?
Chicago is it's illegal to own a firearm in Illinois.
Damn.
So, how is South Chicago the most crime-ridden place in all of America, or at least top 5?
What's in there? Yeah. I mean, Pensacola is pretty high up there too.
Yeah.
I think it's in the top 10.
No, it used to be. I don't know what the current rates are, but yeah, I believe
Yeah,
it.
we'll cover that. We'll touch base
Per
on
capita,
that. Make
folks.
a note on it.
Per
Can you
capita.
make a note on it? I'll make a note on it.
I have a pen and paper here.
Yeah, do crime rates.
Crime Scambia.
But yeah, I mean, this is different because it's not like constant heat. It was hot as fuck there.
Particularly.
Yeah, whereas people aren't normally used to that. And again, like you said, the power's out, so they don't have any fucking AC.
Right.
So a bunch of them, in addition to it being hot, are convening outside because it's fucking hot. So there's
No
a bunch
TV,
of people on the streets.
No AC.
Yeah.
No music.
You can't do
nothing.
shit. Yeah. And so, and then the last thing, which I would have never thought about, that totally makes sense though, is that, so there's a blackout in 1965, but when that happened, it was still during the day, and so the owners were still there, so they stayed at their businesses to protect it. Whereas when the blackout happened in 1977 in New York City, it was after daylight hours, pretty much all of the owners had closed their businesses and gone home, so they weren't there to fucking keep track of their shit and call the cops and stuff if something was going on.
And now that's why they have the roll down things.
Yeah, definitely.
Store shields or whatever they are.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called, but garage doors.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn. This is the first half of this. How far am I in? Okay, yeah, this is just going to be the first half, which is maybe a little bit boring, but it's just so much fucking information. I don't want to do everything.
Don't say it's boring. people
It's
stop,
super fucking exciting, you guys. Sit back, relax, pet your cat.
Do not hit that 15 seconds forward.
Yeah, don't fucking do that. We don't even have commercials yet. Like, don't do that shit.
We do have our own commercials.
Yeah, don't do that for those either, though. Okay. So, what happened to cause this fucking substantial blackout? 8:37 p.m., Wednesday, July 13th.
Oh, wow. You're going to go through the whole timestamp.
That's why I was saying it's a lot. Like, I tried to consolidate it. It is interesting, though. I'm going to try and consolidate it more as I go along, though, because it's a lot of shit. But it is... I mean, you're looking at, like, a whole goddamn fucking...
Grid.
Sorry, Mom.
Goddamn grid.
That went out. So,
yeah,
it's a lot. There were only, like, a few unaffected areas. It was...
Brooklyn.
If you're familiar with New York...
Not really.
I'm not super much. Did you just guess Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like Brooklyn would be on a totally separate
Wait, Brooklyn's not in New York City.
It's like...
It's
borough,
not.
It's not a borough?
I don't think it is. So New York City encompasses 5 county-level divisions called boroughs. There's Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island. But they've only existed since the consolidation of the city in 1998. So that's not really helpful in this case.
Not at all.
Might edit that out too.
Nothing.
Or not. If you're wondering why we're not going by boroughs, that's fucking why.
I'll clip it together.
All right. So the unaffected areas were, like, they're still, I don't know, whatever. Southern Queens is unaffected.
Okay. So Upper Queens is?
Yes. Neighborhoods of the Rockaways due to being part of the Long Island Lighting Company system.
All right.
And the Pratt Institute was not affected because it runs on its own historic power generator. So it's kind of nice.
It's
like
a
the
hospital,
campus Pratt Institute.
Or no, okay. So it's a school, university?
Yeah.
Universities and hospitals typically have their own.
Yeah, that's why, it was running on its
system.
own thing.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So...
Sorry, I'm just going to monitor this while you speak.
No, dude, you're good. Okay. 8:37, Wednesday, July 13th, like I said. The first lightning strike tripped 2 circuit breakers. Some of this information is excessive, but it was in Buchanan, New York, which is a substation on the Hudson River.
Okay.
And what happened was a loose locking nut combined with a slow-acting upgrade cycle prevented the breaker from reclosing. So basically, it just couldn't allow power to flow again.
Okay.
And then an additional lightning strike caused the loss of 2 transmission lines and loss of power from a nuclear plant at Indian Point. So these 2 strikes in themselves resulted in overloading 2 major transmission lines. So It's already kind of fucked.
Right.
So it's just like a domino effect from there. So that was at 8:37. 8:45, Consolidated Edison, which seems to be like the main one in this thing, which seems to also like fuck it all up.
Makes sense.
It's the power provider for New York City. So yeah. And Westchester County. It tried to
Edison's a dick.
He is a dick. He killed an elephant.
Killed a motherfucking elephant.
Fucking elephant killer.
What a dick. Anyway.
Yeah.
Consolidated Edison, how they fucked New York.
Yeah.
AKA the
Of
title
course
of this
it got shit.
How Thomas Edison fucked New York. All right.
It was karma. They were like, well, Edison, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking know.
We're going to blame you for everything.
Yeah. That's what happens when you kill an elephant. So they tried to start, I guess the plant automatically tried to start fast generation, but since no one was there to man the station, it was like a remote start, and so it failed. So then 10 minutes later, at 8:55, there was another lightning strike. I don't know how fucking bad this storm was.
Right? They hit New York.
God was just like, fuck you, or the Thor's like, yep. Is it Thor? Who's the thunder lightning god? Is that Thor? Oh, can it be Thor?
He's the son of Odin.
It's fucking, that dude is so sexy.
It's the son of Odin, so he can.
What is that actor's name? Y'all were just talking about that at work.
Miley Cyrus's boyfriend.
Nope, that's his brother.
The other guy, Chris.
Chris Hemsworth?
Sure.
He's hot. Okay. Anyways, so
Dry Aquaman.
Dry Aquaman.
In our friendly brother podcast. I don't know. Just kidding. In a podcast that we like.
Friendly brother.
I don't know. Because it's not a sister podcast. It's a brother podcast.
Well, it's a brother podcast.
And our brother podcast.
Friendly brother sounds creepy.
Our brother podcast.
Yes. Shout out to them. Hello to John.
In our brother podcast, Movie Night Autopsy, they talk about how Aquaman is wet Thor. So I figured Thor is dry Aquaman.
I dig it.
That was a 3-minute explanation.
Oh God! All right. Okay. So third lightning strike. In Yonkers, it took out 2 more critical lines. One of the lines was automatically returned to service, though, but then, so, like, it's hitting some. Some of them are coming back, but they're not all coming back, and so then it's overloading them. And, so they manually reduce the loading to another generator, and then, because there are, like, separate problems at another plant, so they're, like, trying to fix that shit, too, and that just, like, made everything worse. So at this point, there's 3 lightning strikes, 4 affected plants, plus the one that had problems separately, which put a combination, like, after the other lines came back, there's still 6 lines and breakers down in a period of 18 minutes. It's just like a shit show. Really?
Like,
Yeah.
Can you even imagine being that person that's, like, monitoring all of
It's
this?
like they have, like, one new dude, like, on, like, the night shift, and they're like, yeah, you'll be fine, like, you don't really have a lot to do, and then it's just, like, back to back, and he's just like, fuck this, I'm leaving. Fuck you, you're cool, fuck you.
What year is this again?
77.
So it's like before Ghostbusters. So if it had been after Ghostbusters, I'd have been like, nah, I'm out. Like, nah, I'm out.
Right.
Something's happening. I am not the gatekeeper. I can't handle this. We're millennials.
Oh, don't say that.
We are.
I don't
apparently.
like claiming to be a millennial. We're, like, on the cusp.
We're like the elder millennials.
We're on the cusp. We don't have to be millennials. I'm
We're
an
the
old
elders.
soul.
I mean, yes, we are the old souls, but we also are. We're the top tier.
No.
No.
I refuse.
No.
At 1914, that's military time. If you want to go by military time, it would be 2114.
In 1914. Jesus Christ.
2114, also 9:14 p.m.
Hookers were on the street.
That they were.
Doing their grind.
They didn't know what kind of shit was going down. So,
Pimps out, hoes down.
New York power pool operations in Guilderland called for Consolidated Edison, that fucking asshole.
Elephant killer.
Holy shit, I need to stop drinking.
It's too late now. We're past that point.
Since all the shit was going down, they were like, hey, you need to, and this is the term, shed your load.
What the fuck does that mean?
What do you think it means? Tell me, Rebecca.
Shed your load?
Yeah, come on, it's not. Shed your load, dude.
For an electrical plant?
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Are you serious?
Jizz all over the burrows?
They just all over the burrows. No, there's the one guy in the operating system that was new. They're like, just jizz over all the electronics and run. And he was like, I fucking love this job.
I can't wait to do this again.
I want this shit to go down all the time. I get paid to jerk off.
The only thing I can think of is that they have like stored energy and he has to like push it through and like purposefully cause like a surge, and that fucks everybody up. That's the only thing I can think of. Is
they're telling them to shed their load to fuck everyone else up.
That's the only thing I can think of. Shed the load. The load is like what you've captured, what you've collected, like as a reserve. So they're saying you got too much buildup. Shed your load. Just release it like a dam, and fuck shit up for a second.
That's kind of the opposite.
Okay.
Well, they didn't give it to other people. They like reduced the power that was going on in their plant. So they're still like putting power out.
Diminish your load would make more sense than shed your load.
Yeah,
Shed it
like,
seems like
skeet, motherfucker. Skeet, goddamn. Wow. Okay. So it's kind of crazy though how long it takes for I mean, it's just random shit. Like,
For
I
most
tried
of
to make
shit.
this in layman's terms as much as possible. I mean, some people shed their loads faster than others.
It's true. It's true.
Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's louder, sometimes it's softer.
It's true.
Sometimes it's guttural, sometimes it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some other thing.
Sometimes it's everywhere, sometimes it's not.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
So, reduced it 5%.
Just 5%?
Dude, but like
all
if you
it
think
took?
about like all the vaults and shit that's like going on there, they're like
just
trying to
5%.
slowly do it because they can't do it all at once.
Right.
So they do 5% and then they do 8%, but like just doing it 5 to 8, like it had to be like there's so many steps involved. It had to be like sequentially. So just doing that alone took like quite a while.
That's
well, not
dumb.
quite a while,
18
but long
minutes it
enough.
took to like fuck this shit up, and then it took how many hours?
I know, and then they still failed at it because at 9:24 they failed and tried to manually shut it. So they ended up dropping like a shit ton of customers, and then 5 minutes after that, the connection with New Jersey tripped, and because of that connection, it fucked Con Edison up even more, and so it began to isolate itself from the outside world because of protected devices. So it was like they were already like, you know, doing like precautionary things to like try and make it better, and then the system was like, oh, this shit's going wrong at this plant, and this shit's going wrong, and so fuck all these motherfuckers. There's bad stuff happening.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
so
like
it was
you're
just
in a
like,
mansion,
nope.
and terror is happening, and then like all the doors and windows lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that.
And now you're trapped in this horror house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jizzing everywhere.
And then there's
Shedding
a
your
murderer.
load.
And then there's a murderer let loose. Oh shit. All the windows and doors are slammed shut, and there's a murderer on the loose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh.
And this is like 19 minutes in.
Yeah. Well, now we're at about an hour now. We're almost at an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
60 minutes in, all the doors and windows are shut, locked, slammed tight,
40 minutes in.
and there's a fucking murderer on the loose.
Yep.
Good luck, folks.
Yeah. Good luck. So then 3 more power lines that supplemented the city's power were overtaxed.
As they do.
That was at 9:24, and then at 9:27, the biggest generator in New York City was called Ravenswood 3. I don't know why it had a nickname, but its nickname was also Big Alice. Big Alice? Alice.
Alice?
It's Allis.
I'd still go with Alice.
Word.
Anybody from New York, feel free to correct us.
Yeah, so because of that progression of events, it fucked that one up, and then it was like, good night, New York City.
Good night.
Good nights.
And good luck.
Yeah, good luck for fucking sure. So, yeah, basically at 9:36, almost an hour later, it all fucking shut down.
It all went terribly
And
wrong.
It all went terribly wrong.
Boom.
Yep. And then an hour later, they started the restoration procedure. So it took an hour to shut down, and then I don't know why, but another hour passed before they even began to start it up again. I guess they probably had to repair shit before they...
There's blown fuses.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's just a
Machinery's
shit show.
gone. Yeah.
I wonder how many people clicked up the night. They were just like,
I
no,
can't.
I'm gonna go get my wife and kids and get the fuck out of here.
I have a degree from MIT and I fucking quit. I quit. No, thank you. I'm done.
Yeah. So, yeah, the next morning, it wouldn't be until they finally restored the areas effective. It was about at 7 a.m. So it was math.
Wait, when did it start? 7
No,
p.m.?
so they started 7 a.m. They finally started restoring it. Sections of Queens were the first areas to get power back, and then Lenox Hill. Then the last places, though, would turn out to be Yorkville, Upper East Side, and the Upper East Side of Manhattan. So some of Manhattan was taken care of, but the Upper East Side was one of the last places.
And
so
there was wars.
there was all sorts of fucking shit going down, dude.
How come? Why come?
Why not?
Why come? North or what is it? Never forget. Keep going.
Don't ask me questions that I don't know the answer to.
I was gonna say, what is it? Upper Manhattan. Why come Upper Manhattan have power and Lower Manhattan don't.
Because come idiocracy. It was a different power station.
I wish I knew more about New York because that joke would have landed. Totally.
Okay.
We'll just assume it did.
Okay, yeah. Everyone's cracking up right now.
Everyone in New York loves us right now.
All of our listeners in New York.
The one. The cousin from somebody.
Yep. Thanks, dude.
Thanks for listening.
Or chick. Or you can be a dude either way. I call everyone dude.
Right.
Yep. 1:45. So, over 12 hours later, at 1:45 p.m., the service was restored to half of Con Edison's customers, mostly in Staten Island. It wasn't until 10:39 p.m., over 24 hours later, that the entire city's power was back on.
By 3 lightning strikes.
Yes.
That's insane. But also, what's the population? What would you...
Of New York City? Or of just the affected areas?
Is that in your research?
That's a good question.
Only because I want to say, like, how is this history? How is this, like, the major history? Because Houston just had, like, several hurricanes where the entire city lost power for more than 24 hours. And that's, like, I don't know. At least, like, I don't know. What's the population of Houston right now?
I don't know.
I just want to know.
Wait, so what's your question now?
Like, it's weird that, like, back then it's like, no way. This can't happen. How can it? And now it's, like, normal. Like,
because it's already happened a bunch.
We've accepted it as normal. Like,
well, you said it was during the hurricane, right?
Yeah.
So that wasn't,
hurricane.
Yeah, but that was, like, a hurricane's like a large natural disaster. This was
just a random storm.
Noted, yeah. It's not like they even considered it a possibility.
Right. I'm just saying, like, we just accept it. Okay, so 6.3 million people are the metro population of Houston.
Bless you. I don't know why I say bless you. You too.
I don't need your blessings. I'm just kidding.
Droid.
So
wait, so what was the population?
6.3 million.
Was that the amount of people that were affected by it?
That's in the metro area of Houston, and I know at least for Ike, most of the city lost power, and that was at least 2000. What was that? 2010, something like that.
Was there a bunch of looting and shit then?
No, but I did see a bunch of Asians bathing in our community pool.
Well, I think again that was one of the notable things with this is there's so much looting and arson and just like fucking crazy shit happening. So, and it was also 9 million people were affected.
Is that, and this will be edited out, is that part of this section or next section, the looting part?
Next section.
All right.
Yeah, there's
so we're going into
too much information on this
now
one.
You guys
That's
know
why I was like...
why. This is the history, the prehistory.
I know it's a lot of fucking facts and random shit, but I don't know. I was kind of interested on how it went down because, like, I had heard of it so much, and I was like, how the hell do 9 million people lose power and it be out for that long? Like...
9 million?
9 million.
So we got 6 million in Houston during Ike. All right, so... But no, the thing is, you're right. So a freak accident happened.
Yeah.
And 9 million people are affected by the power outage, but it leads to chaos after chaos after chaos, which you will explain to us in our next episode.
Yes, I will.
Boom. All right. This is a developing story. I guess.
A post-developing story.
Pre-developing? That's not even a word. Pre-developing story. You know.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop,
boop. Boop, 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 boop. Wait, what is the news noise? Boop, 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 boop.
Yep. I think we can pull it up. I'll find a insert, what is it called? Ticker noise now.
Cool.
Okay. What else?
I think that's it.
That's our setup for the next for the aftermath.
It's to be continued, man.
TBD,
like,
TBD.
So you got 26 hours of, well, I mean, it wasn't dark the whole time, but lots of hours
some number of hours.
Okay, you have an entire night of no power. You're waking up to all of the shit that's already unfolded.
Right.
With 9 million people.
Chaos. Absolute chaos. So
that are hot as fuck. A lot of them are unhappy because they don't have jobs, and they're fucking terrified because there's a murder on the loose.
Right. You're right. There's the difference. I survived Ike during September in Houston, where it's hot as a motherfucker, and there was not much looting that I was aware of. But the thing is, we didn't have Son of Sam.
Yeah.
There wasn't a murderer on the loose. It wasn't the 70s. Wasn't tons of cocaine. Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't involved.
How long
the circumstances
was there not power?
My particular unit of my apartment lost power for probably 24 hours. Okay. So the length of this situation. Right?
Ivan here was pretty fucking rough.
But so my apartment complex was divided into, like buildings, right? So
no way.
Back, right?
Sorry.
The back two buildings, which I was included, we were connected to the hospital, the local hospital grid.
Really?
Yeah. So we lost power for like 24 hours, and that was it. We got our power back. And
I vaguely remember you mentioning that, yeah.
Right? And the rest of my complex was not, so they lost power for like at least a week and a half.
You totally told me about this, yeah.
It was a tent city.
That's
the rest
insane.
Of the place. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No looting though. And so, but my point is that even though it was just, my experience was just viewing my immediate surroundings, like there was the rest of Houston.
Oh yeah,
not
there's all sorts of shit
to a hospital
going on.
Or
right.
Emergency, whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's 6.3 million people. That at least a large portion of them are not connected to emergency power grids.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No looting that I can think of.
Right. Well, this just happened to be.
It's just the perfect storm.
Yes, exactly.
It's the perfect storm. So you just set us up for the perfect storm. You just gave us the storm, and now we're about to hear the aftermath.
Yes.
So this week's band is Marona.
Marona.
We'll also find them gigging around town. Chizuko. Now that Handlebar's gone.
The mall.
R.I.P. Chizuko.
No, not the mall.
Possibly live. Hopefully, hey Marona, hit up live. My buddy Rick Kindle, he will hook you up with a venue. The song we have today is Gluten-free Bread Riot by Marona. Gluten-free Bread Riot.
It's appropriate.
As a celiac sensitive person, I approve. I approve. So after this, we'll hear that song. Do you have any final notes?
No, I think I covered a lot of stuff.
Okay, TBD. You'll hear the aftermath of the blackout of New York in 1977.
And nothing else about STDs for now.
No genital gangrene.
You gotta do the sign off.
Oh shit. So until the next time it all goes terribly wrong, I am Jordyn Stock.
And I am Rebecca Carlson.
We're
sorry.
Monday night in Paris for the very first time. 1 million lights, a new city's high. Drunk off bottles of cheap wine. Underneath some landmark where bliss was supposed to be. But when the rain clouds started to gather, I said maybe we should peace out. And then you kinda flipped out at me. Yeah, you really lost your cool. Whatever cool it was you had to begin with. You call me hopeless, you call me cynic. You say I'm depressed and pessimistic. And I guess that some of that might be true. But you're this backwards optimist. Your glass is only half full 'cause of all the broken kids you keep in the cupboard to help outline the difference. So I'll hightail it over the third rail and take the metro home to a hostile dorm. The screen light says my porn in true Parisian form. You call me hopeless, you call me cynic. You say I'm depressed and pessimistic, and I can't deny that some of that is true. But you're this backwards optimist. The glass is only half full 'cause of all the broken kids keep in the cupboard to help outline the difference.
Two halves to that sandwich.
I love that. I love that. I love it so much.